NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Josh Jacobs.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 19 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
And simply put, partner, we're witnessing one of the best offensive players in the league so far this season. What he's been doing has him 2nd in rushing across the NFL, and the top spot is clearly in sight. He's confident. His blockers are confident. He's having a heck of a year.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. On play action, it's Garoppolo.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Davis now to return it. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's 2nd leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
2nd down and 6 now.
Herbert. That's going to be knocked.
Wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. First time with Austin Eckler. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 76 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
Now 2nd and 9.
It's Eckler again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick. when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Garoppolo looks to throw.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
And that's a good job there of knuckling down as an offense. You're trying to avoid 3 and out at all costs. And after 2 straight incompletions, this one's on target, and they're able to keep the chains moving.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Joey Bosa, so strong, able to fight his way in there to make the play.
Part of their struggles last week. As this game continues.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start them out. Has them at the 45 already. Here's Herbert. It's Williams on the catch. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Herbert changing things up.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in the football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Running on 1st down, Eckler.
Oh, that one well designed as they'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Once more, here's Eckler. Fights him off. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. So here's a first.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had three tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll begin following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He gets the for Adams, and he's got a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure.
Josh McDaniels, he had his mind made up on that one. He disagrees, and he'll throw the challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So Josh McDaniels ends up winning that challenge. Smart decision to review it. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in. 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And down
from L.A. in a moment.
The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 2nd down and 4.
Here's Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. On the end around, here comes Williams. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
This is a counter play, Eckler, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The Chargers at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Eckler now between the tackles. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Renfro.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Second and 6. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Garoppolo hustling him back to the line now. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a return will stop right around the 25. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Max Crosby. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. Out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where you see the final score there. Russell Wilson, excellent in the victory as his guys move to 3-1 after